Council in the field of study 8D041, Business and Management, was approved in the amount of 4 people. According to the minutes, the meeting number 28, dated September 27, 2025, the Dissertation Council in the field of study 8D041, Business and Management, approved the temporary composition of the Dissertation Council in the amount of 3 people. According to the attendance sheet, 7 of the 7 members of the Dissertation Council are present. Permanent members of the Dissertation Council: Muhammadiyев Bulat Mitaevich, professor of the Department of Economics, Higher School of Economics and Business, Al-Farabi Kazakh National University, Doctor of Economic Sciences; Sadiyeva Rima Kalimbekovna, acting professor, National Academy of Sciences of Kazakhstan, under the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Doctor of Economic Sciences; Dauliyeva Galia Rahmetovna, professor of the Department of Economics, Higher School of Economics and Business, Al-Farabi Kazakh National University, candidate of Economic Sciences; Kaliyeva Asem Yermekovna, scientific secretary, senior lecturer, Department of Economics, High School of Economics and Business, Al-Farabi Kazakh National University, PhD. Temporary members of the Dissertation Council: Ratna Svetlana Valerievna, yes. Economics Department at the People's Friendship University of Russia, Doctor of Economic Sciences, Professor. Mukhyaeva Dinara Mukhtarjanovna, Gumilev Eurasian National University, PhD, Associate Professor. Umarova Aynur Toyakovna, Karaganda University of Kazpatreb Soyuz, PhD, Associate Professor. According to the attendance sheet, 7 members of the Dissertation Council are present. Quorum is present. Allow us to begin the meeting of Dissertation Council. The Dissertation Council meeting is declared open. The issue of agenda in the Defense of Dissertation block, Seithan Galia, on the topic Features and Mechanism of Managing the Formation of Digital Hubs in Kazakhstan, submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, according to the educational program 8D04105, Innovation Management. Dissertation of Seithan Galia was performed at the Institute of Economics of the Science Committee of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan and at the Department of Management of the Higher School of Economics and Business of the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University. This dissertation work is submitted for defense for the first time. Scientific supervisors: Viktor Ganova Makpal Satikulovna, PhD, leading researcher, Institute of Economics of the Science Committee of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Muazzam Ali Khan Khattak, Doctor, Professor, Quaid I Azam University, Islamabad, Pakistan. Is here.
Thank you very much. I'm here.
Yes. Works. Kozakhmetova, official reviews. Kozakhmetova Asel Koshekbaevna. PhD Assistant Professor of Business School, Kazakh British Technical University, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Maldinova Ayjana Vladimirovna, PhD Associate Professor, Sagadiev University of International Business, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Domestic and foreign scientific supervisors are present. Positive reviews from domestic and foreign scientific supervisors are available. Official reviewers are present. Do the council members have any comments on the agenda?
No.
No. There are no comments. There is a motion to adoption of the agenda. So please. So the agenda was adopted unanimously. Yes,
Yes.
nobody is in the opposite. The floor for familiarization with the personal file of dissertation candidate is given to the scientific secretary of the dissertation council, PhD Kalieva Asem Ildekamda.
Thank you. Good afternoon, members of the dissertation council. Let me introduce to you the personal file of dissertation candidate. Seyitkan Gazizkızı was born in Semey on 7th June 1996, nationality is Kazakh. She holds a diploma of higher education from Shakarim State University until 2013-2017, and Master of Economic Science from Al-Farabi Kazakh National University until 2019 to 2021. Seyitkan Gazizkızı has been studying for a PhD in the educational program Innovation Management until 2021 to 2024 and completed a scientific internship at Ege University. During her doctoral studies, she actively participated in several national scientific projects funded by Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan. In 2021 to 2023, she was member of research team for the project Properties and Mechanisms of Inclusive Regional Development of Kazakhstan in the context of overcoming economic recession. From 2022 to 2024, she contributed to the project Strategy for the Development of Regional Potential of Kazakhstan, assessment of social, cultural, and economic potential development of roadmap, models, and development scenarios. Between 2023 and 2025, she participated in the research project Investigation of the Influence of Economic, Social, and Environmental Factors of Relation between Urbanization and Greenhouse Gas Emission. Nowadays, she serves as a research team member in the project Modernization of the System of Quality Assurance of Higher Education in Kazakhstan on the basis of digitalization, development of approaches, mechanisms, and information base. At present, Galia Seyitkan works as a senior lecturer at Astana International University, where she continues her academic and research activities in the field of innovation management, digital transformation, and regional development. The result of Seyitkan Galia's dissertation has been published in 11th publication, including 6 publications in journal recommended by the Committee for Quality Assurance and Science and Higher Education of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education, 1 publication in journal included in the Scopus database, Q3, and 4 publications in the materials of international scientific conferences. The candidate personal file includes all the necessary documents submitted in accordance with the regulation of the Committee for Quality Assurance in Science and Higher Education of Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan. The submitted materials comply with the established recommended form dissertation formatting as per the Committee for Quality Assurance in Science and Higher Education of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan. The candidate is allowed to proceed with the defense.
Thank you. What questions will be asked of the secretary regarding the applicant's personal file? Are there any questions? No questions. Then the floor is given to the applicant to present the content of the dissertation. Seyitkan Galia, you are given 20 minutes to present the main positions of your dissertation. Please.
Good afternoon, dear committee members of the Station Council. My name is Galia Sitkan, and I'm honored to present the results of my doctoral research entitled Features and Mechanisms of Managing the Formation of Digital Hubs in Kazakhstan. This study was conducted under the scientific supervision of PhD Dr. Gaman Palsatkurna and Doctorate Professor Muazzam Alipkhan Khattab. The rationale of the study is that digitalization significantly impacted various aspects of life, including social and economic sectors. Kazakhstan is currently at a medium level of digitalization, and it aims to enhance its global competitiveness through the key strategic outline programs and documents. First is the message of the President to the Nation of Kazakhstan from 1st September 2021, where the President emphasized that Kazakhstan must become a digital hub in Eurasia. And second, the state program Digital Kazakhstan, initiated in 2017, and third, the digital transformation for 2023 and 2029 in cybersecurity. So the main approach, the rapid development of digital technologies requires new approaches to innovation management, and digital hubs have become strategic instruments for fostering entrepreneurship and startup. For Kazakhstan, the effective governance of hubs is of particular importance given its regional disparities and the national objective to strengthen the digital economy. Despite significant progress, Kazakhstan still faces uneven regional digital development and insufficient mechanisms. Therefore, the purpose of the study is to provide theoretical methodological basis and provide practical solutions and recommendations for the improvement of formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan. The object of the study is to distinguish digital hubs in Kazakhstan, and the subject of the study is the management relationships in the process of the formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan. To achieve the purpose, the following objectives were formulated. First, to investigate the concept and evolution of digital hubs. Second, to consider foreign experience. To substantiate the methodological basis. To analyze the current state of digital hubs in Kazakhstan. To assess the digital potential of regions in Kazakhstan, to identify main problems of digital hubs, and to propose solutions and mechanisms and methodology for the improvement and formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan. The scientific novelty of the study, the theoretical contribution lies in the following main aspects. First, a conceptual model of a digital hub based on the DVEST approach was proposed. Distinguishing it from the IT parks, clusters, and so on. And second, the definition of a digital hub was refined from the dimension of innovation management. And for a practical standpoint, the methodology for assessing the digital maturity of digital hubs was proposed. Second, the methodology of assessing the digital potential of regions was provided. And third, mechanisms for the improvement and formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan were provided. Scientific provision number 1. So the theoretical, according to the theoretical literature review and structural analysis of existing digital hub definitions, a key limitation was identified. Most definitions identify digital hubs as one-stop shops focused on startup support and digital transformation, digital service delivery. However, those interpretations overlook the innovation management dimension and regional digital development. The scientific novelty of the author's approach lies in integrating the triple helix model as a basic framework of the structure of hub for interaction. And the second, the author emphasizes digital hub as a driver for innovations, which gives solutions to local organizations in the form of an innovative product or service as a component of innovation management. So here on the slide, you can see the research objects, digital hubs in Kazakhstan. Mainly, there are 4 of them, and one is a project, which is called Caspian Digital Hub. The scientific provision number 2, the methodology of assessing the digital maturity of digital hubs was proposed. Firstly, case studies was conducted of following hubs, and here the official reports, open data, and a semi-structured interview with the director of CIPHub was provided. And according to this, the following credentials were taken: a goal and objectives, the development area, the direction of development, output, and stakeholders partners. And here we can see the first hub which is Parasat, located in Kostanay at Ahmet Batursunov University, and it conducts pilot projects using digital technologies in agricultural sector. The next hub is Astana Hub, the main aim of which is to foster a technological startup ecosystem and IT development. The economic efficiency of the Astana Hub was calculated, according to which the results revealed Astana Hub as a self-sustaining digital hub, producing a multiplier effect on the national economy through the attraction of private capital and international experts. So here we can see the main output of Astana Hub, like job creation, recognition, financial growth, and many others. The next hub is Most IT Hub. The Most IT Hub is located in Almaty, and the main aim of which is to create an innovation environment that unites startups and investors. And the next one is Caspian Digital Hub project. This project is initiated to be established in 2026. The main aim of which is to install a focal, which is a fiber optic communication line underneath the Caspian seabed, and to establish 2 data centers in Aktau and Baku. The last hub is CIPRO Hub, and the methodology was validated in this CIPRO Hub, the main aim of which is to create a digital environment using CGI, web AR, and IT development. So the main outputs of which are Shimza medical portal, portal for housing purchasing, like Turkestan 7/2025, and many other outputs. So the methodology consists of 5 main criteria. These are strategic planning, capital allocation, infrastructural development, human capital, and innovation outcomes. Each of these criteria has its indicators, and assessed from 1, which is minimum, to 5, which is maximum. And all of them are classified to highly effective, effective, moderately effective, and ineffective. So the assessment of the CIPRO Hub was conducted using this formula, according to which the results revealed that CIPRO Hub is moderately effective. Given its strategic planning 4 out of 5, infrastructure development 3 out of 5, and the human potential 1 out of 5, which highlights the shortage of IT specialists in the formation of digital hubs. So here we can say that the shortage of IT specialists, the directors have also mentioned that, especially the shortage of web architects and web designers in IT. The next scientific provision, the methodology of assessment, the integral index of the digital potential of regions. So here, the following indicators were chosen: the share of medium and large enterprises using digital technologies, the digital literacy of the population, the share of internet users, the structure of gross regional product, and the index of physical volume of gross regional product, labor productivity, and number of population by types of economic activities. So the scientific justification for the selection of these indicators is that they reflect the economic performance, digital infrastructure, workforce capacity, and a technological aspect of regional digital development. So the evaluation was conducted using the following formula, using Z normalization score, and according to which Almaty and Astana showed the highest scores. And for the period 2010 to 2023, and for the period 2010 to 2019 to 2023, Astana and Ulutau showed the highest scores. So the results revealed the significant disparities of regional digital development among regions. The next correlation and regression analysis was conducted to identify the relations between ICT costs, which is independent variable, and then 5 dependent variables. X1, this is number of registered entities. X2, number of small and medium enterprises. X3, number of universities, and X4, number of research and development organizations, and X5, level of innovation activity. So according to which the results were built, the strong correlation was seen between X1 and X2, which confirms that SMEs and enterprises have the most effect on the ICT costs on the digital development, and X3 and X5 showed negative correlation between number of universities and the level of innovation activity. So my recommendations here are twofold. So firstly, to continue supporting SMEs, and second, to create effective incentives for fostering integrating universities and research and development into the triple helix model of digital hubs. Scientific provision number 4. Here the mechanisms for the formation of new digital hubs are proposed. These are innovative, investment, institutional, structural and technological, and social mechanisms. So the first mechanism is innovative, and its main purpose is to facilitate and focus on knowledge-intensive sectors. Implementation in Kazakhstan should be like implementing the intelligent cities, like Astana in Almaty and Astana, and then the sector-specific digitization. So we confirm that for each region should be each strategy according to its available infrastructure, according to its institutional infrastructure, to provide the digital hubs in new digital hubs. So next, institutional mechanism. The main aim of which is the state and local support. And here, the main aspect is of which enhancing the quality of the educational system. This is confirmed by the survey conducted among the students, students of IT, economics and business. The survey was conducted, and the results reveal that 80% of respondents are motivated and planning to work in ICT spheres. So where the shortage of IT specialists come? For this question, the next question was asked, where they showed that only 9% out of 80% used and have an idea of digital technologies. So this means a gap between motivation and practical readiness of students to work in this ICT sphere. The next is investment mechanism. And the main purpose of investment mechanism is inclusion of grants, funds, public-private partnerships, and state-backed venture funds. And the next one is structural technological mechanism. So here the main focus falls for the research and development commercialization, the development of regional specializations. So each region should focus on its strong sector, strong developed sector. And secondly, investment in Industry 4.0. These are for creating industrial parks, more techno parks and startup parks. And the last one is research and development organization, like between universities. Like we mentioned before, the universities and research and development organizations have negative correlation. So that is why we should involve this in triple helix model. And according to all these provisions, the following directions for formation new digital hubs are given, depending on each region's sector. So for Almaty, these should be the hubs in tourism sector and banking sector. In Astana, golf sector and building sector, for example, using 3D technologies for building new apartments. Next one is Energy Tech Hub in Western Kazakhstan, which is rich in its oil and gas companies. And for Abay region, which is rich with its minerals, should form mining tech development in East Kazakhstan. For Central Kazakhstan should be the agricultural companies, show digital hub focus in agriculture, and mechanical engineering. So the next scientific provision is number 5, which is the provision of the platform, where the stakeholders and partners like business in academia, business and Science may find information about digital hubs, about the location, about the service of portfolio, and see the dynamics of their development, see the official reports to have some information for the stakeholders. On the next slide, we can see the statements of application. The validation was in Cifrohub and in the project. So in conclusion, we can say that firstly, the methodology of assessment, the digital maturity of digital hubs reveals that digital hubs in Kazakhstan are at moderately level. They're moderately effective. Second, strategic provision, the methodology of assessment of digital potential of regions reveals strong regional disparities between the digital development. So here we advise to make for each region, each strategy of digital hub formation and digitalization. Next one, the triple helix model ensures synergy between government, academia, and business. And this is not fully achieved in Kazakhstan. That is why we advise to firstly achieve this gap by uniting forums, trainings, linking universities and research and development organizations to companies in the region. Here we can see the publications. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you. What questions will be the applicants be asked? Now, you have to write. So, those questions. Our members who participate online. Do you have questions?
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Yes.
we have a question.
Thank you very much. First of all, good day, dear colleagues. Thank you for invitation, and I would express my interest in this topic. And I think the topic is very interesting, and the report was very intensive and full of information. I have two little questions for clarification and one question about methodology. I would like to clarify first point on the slide 18. If you please show this slide, one of the criteria on this slide was digital literacy, one of the values that you can include in integral index. My question, yes, digital literacy, it's the second point on the first part of the picture. My question is, how do you measure digital literacy? Is it the standardized method or it's some new method that you suggest? The second little clarification is I would like to ask about slide 20, where you show the regression model. I see the coefficient R square, but I don't see coefficients for F statistics and T statistics. And I would like to clarify how, what about statistical significance of the regression coefficients? And the question about methodology, I'd like to ask, then you evaluate in your methodology the points from 1 to 5 minimum and maximum for each digital hub. Do you
sorry, Ms. Ratner, can you please get pause to 5
Sure.
minutes, because
Sure.
Kali Asem was out.
Oh,
Her computer.
okay. And okay,
When she
should I?
join, you can
Okay.
continue.
Yeah,
Okay?
okay. Mhm.
У нас случилась заминка. Простите, пожалуйста, мы снова на связи.
Okay. From what point should I repeat?
From second question, please.
Second question. Okay. The second question was about regression. On slide 20, I see the regression and I see R-square coefficient, but I don't see statistical significance of the model and regression coefficients. So if you please can clarify this point. And last question was about methodology. Then you evaluate each digital hub. You propose very interesting expert methodology. And for each criteria, you evaluate them, these hubs, from 1 point to 5 point. My question is, who is the expert? Do you do it by yourself, or you probably do it as an expert survey, or how you do it? So is it clear, my questions?
Yes, thank you, clear.
Okay, thank you.
Please, Gennaro Mutarjanov, do you have questions?
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, dear members of dissertation committee and the respected colleagues. I'm glad to see you, and I would like to ask several questions related to the presented research of doctoral students. So the first question about the best model. In your dissertation, you propose the best model and hub management. Could you explain how this model was developed and how it can be practically applied to evaluate of improved digital hubs in our country? Next question about relationship. How did your research demonstrate relationship between ICT investment and the growth of innovation and small medium enterprises in Kazakhstan? And the third question about your research is what specific contribution do universities and research institutions make to use success of digital hubs in Kazakhstan? Thank you. I have 3 questions.
Thank you. So, and then Ainur Kayakovna, will you ask?
Hello, dear colleagues. Thank you a lot for very interesting and full written dissertation. Unfortunately, I don't have a question.
Okay. Так. Валерия Ахметовна.
Коллега, Газиз кызы. Сұрақты не критично, да, если задам на русском языке? Не критично, да? Может, хорошо. Так, первый вопрос. Я бы хотела услышать уточнение по научной новизне. Первый пункт. Авторское видение концепции цифрового хаба. Второй вопрос, пожалуйста, уточните понятие цифровая зрелость, потому что вы методику предлагаете оценки цифровой зрелости регионов, да, и даете вам эту часть, но содержание цифровая зрелость научно обоснованно, ваше мнение. И третий вопрос. Так. Во второй главе в анализе развития цифровизации регионов и цифрового потенциала регионов вы в нескольких местах даете вывод, что на протяжении десятилетий являются лидером Алмата и Астана, однако другие регионы не показали высокий результат, как эти два города. Да? В связи с этим вопрос. То есть два периода рассматриваются. 10-23 год и 19-23 годы, да? Эти периоды как раз-таки период реализации госпрограмм информационный Казахстан 2020 и цифровой Казахстан. Поэтому постарайтесь вот объяснить причины, почему лидируют только два региона, остальные регионы, несмотря на программы, как бы показатели остаются низкими, да? И четвертый вопрос. В основной рекомендации вы приводите ваши практические рекомендации, включая стратегическое планирование, международное сотрудничество, развитие электронного правительства, формирование инфраструктуры. И в таблице 15 вы даете механизм развития цифровых хабов, который включает 5 элементов. И выводите как положение научно-анализной работы. В связи с этим вопрос, чем отличаются ваши практические рекомендации от действующей государственной политики по цифровизации?
Rima Kalambekova, do you have questions?
Hello, dear. I would like to ask two questions. First, how were the 5 management criteria of the D-based model selected and validated in practice? And second question, what specific factors might explain the weak correlation between IST investment and innovation activity in the regression analysis? Thank you.
Official reviewers also can ask if you have questions. Do you have questions? Asil Kushirbayevna, Ayjana Vladimirovna, do you have questions?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. No questions. Thank you.
Please do.
No questions.
No questions.
The questions. In your opinion, why has Astana Hub, despite strong government support, not become a full-fledged driver of the digital transformation in the regions?
So all questions are here. I also asked some, but these questions were given. What you gave what is definition of the concept of digital hub. Are there any other definitions? Other definitions? If there are other definitions, why you need to give new definition? And the second question also was said by Svetlana Valerievna about the correlation regression analysis. You have slide, but there is, I do not see here regression. Where is regression? Coefficients, somewhere. So there are no coefficients, no, some regression is not shown here. We do not know, is it regression significant or not? So, and correlation also I don't know, is it significant or not, because you do not show the level of significance here. Because I see that there are number of observation is not big. So it's my questions.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you have some time to prepare for answers? Okay. While the applicant is preparing to answer the questions, the floor is given to the domestic scientific supervisor, PhD, leading researcher of the Institute of Economics of the Science Committee of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Befeganova Marfal Statifulovna, to announce the review.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day, Chair, Deputy Chair, permanent and temporary members, reviewers. Allow me to present my scientific review on the dissertation work of Siltan Galia Gaziz-Kazar on the topic features and mechanisms of managing the formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan, submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in the educational program 8D-04-105, Innovation Management. The digitalization and technological transformation represent key global trends that directly influence economic growth and competitiveness. For Kazakhstan, the formation and management of digital hubs have become an essential element of national innovation policy, ensuring integration into the global digital economy and stimulating regional development. So the relevance of the dissertation topic, features and mechanism of managing the formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan, is determined by the need to accelerate the country's transition toward a digital economy and strengthen its competitiveness in the context of fourth industrial revolution. In the modern world, digital transformation has become the main driver of sustainable economic growth, efficiency, and social progress. For Kazakhstan, the establishment and effective management of digital hubs are strategic instruments for fostering innovation, supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, and developing regional technological ecosystems. Despite the implementation of the national program Digital Kazakhstan from 2018 to 2022, and the adaptation of the concept of digital transformation, development of the ICT industry and cybersecurity for 2023 to 2029, the digital landscape of the country remains uneven. So the level of digital maturity varies considerably across regions, and the mechanisms of coordination among university, research institutes, enterprises, and government agencies require further development. So these challenges underline the necessity of forming a unbiased system for managing the creation, operation, and sustainability of digital hubs that can serve as centers for technological transfer, startup acceleration, and digital skills development. So therefore, this research responds to an urgent scientific and practical need to develop a conceptual framework and management mechanism that ensures the effective formations and working of digital hubs in Kazakhstan's region. So the study aims to provide evidence-based recommendations that will contribute to strengthening the innovation ecosystem, stimulating investment, and the reducing regional disparities in digital development. So the results of dissertation are expected to serve as a theoretical and methodological foundation for improving state policy in the field of digital transformation, as well as for develop applied tools to enhance the management of digital infrastructure and innovation process within the national economy. So the dissertation of Seyit Khan Galia Gaziz-Kaza is an independent and completed scientific study consisting of introduction, 3 chapters, conclusions, a list of reference and appendices. The first chapter is devoted to the theoretical and methodological foundation for studying the management of the digital hub formation. Thereafter provides through analysis of the evaluation of related concepts, clusters, technoparks, science and innovation hubs, and digital innovation hubs. It identifies their similarities and distinctive features. Special attention is paid to the economic essence of digital hubs as element of the innovation ecosystem. Thereafter justifies the relevance of innovation management methods and system approach in organizing digital hubs, demonstrating awareness of global experience and its applicability to Kazakhstan's context. So the second chapter contains an analytical assessment of the current state and dynamics of digital hub development in Kazakhstan, using official statistical data and applying quantitative methods, including correlation regression analysis, Z-score normalization, and integral indices. So thereafter evaluates the digital potential of Kazakhstan regions, identifies significant disparities in digital maturity. So the dissertation reveals the relationships between ICT expenditures and the number of active SMEs and research organizations. The third chapter presents practical recommendations and mechanisms for improving the management of digital hub formation. Thereafter propose a comprehensive set of mechanisms, structural, technological, innovation, investment, institutional and social, and develops the best model which offers of 5-point scale for evaluating hub performance. So scientific novelty and contribution. So the dissertation makes a significant scientific contribution to innovation management theory and practice. Thereafter has formulated an original definition of digital hub within the framework of innovation management, develop a methodological approach to accessing hub effectiveness, regional digital potential, identify mechanism and ensure balanced development of digital hubs and minimize regional inequality. So also the main results of the dissertation were presented International National Scientific Conference held in Almaty, Astana, and Moscow, and discussed at methodological seminars of the High School of Economics Business of Al-Farabi Kazakh National University. The research results have been published 11 scientific works, including 1 article in the journal Indexes in Scopus, 6 papers in journals recommended Committee for Quality Assurance in Education and Science, and 4 reports in the Processing of International Scientific Practical Conference. So the dissertation of Seyit Khan Galia Gaziz-Kaza, features and mechanism of managing the formation of digital hubs in Kazakhstan, represents a comprehensive scientific study combining theoretical analysis, empirical evolution, and practical recommendations. So the work is conducted by the logical structure, clarity of presentation, and methodological rigor. So the findings are scientifically relevant, and they have theoretical and practical significance for the development of Kazakhstan digital economy and innovation policy. The dissertation meets the requirements established for doctoral thesis submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the educational program AT-04105, Innovation Management, and it's after Seyit Khan Galia Gaziz-Kaza deserves the award of this degree. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bakbal Satikoglu. Floor is given to the foreign scientific supervisor, Dr. Professor Quad Azam University Muazzam Ali Khan Attak.
Yeah, thank you very much, Excellency, for providing me this opportunity. And I am very grateful, and I will share my review on the thesis written by Ms. Sektan Jelia. And the thesis evaluation report that I have provided on feature and mechanism of managing the formation of digital hub in Kazakhstan. So this thesis work by Ms. Stekan Gelia on the topic feature and mechanism of managing formation of digital hub in Kazakhstan addresses an urgent and significant issue that directly pertain the current state and prospect of the digital economy in Kazakhstan. Given the rapid growth of digitalization and the integration of digital technologies into various sectors, the research topic is extremely important and relevant. The candidate clearly formulated the goals and objectives of the study aimed at exploring the theoretical and methodological foundation of managing the formation of digital hubs. The work also includes an analysis of the current state and identification of problems of digital hubs in Kazakhstan, offering mechanism and recommendation for improving their functioning. In the first chapter, the candidate reviews and synthesizes the existing theoretical concepts and models related to digital hub. Ms. Setikan provides a comprehensive literature review highlighting the evolution of digital hub, their role in the modern economy, and various approaches to managing their formation and development. The methodological framework is well defined, employing a combination of qualitative and quantitative methods, including case studies, correlation, regression analysis, dispersion analysis, economic efficiency, calculation, and literature review. This chapter sets a solid foundation for the subsequent empirical analysis. The second chapter presents a detailed assessment of the current state of the digital hubs in Kazakhstan. The candidate conducts a thorough analysis of the digital potential across different regions, evaluating key indicators such as internet penetration, technological infrastructure, and digital literacy. Ms. Setekan and identify the major challenges and barriers faced by existing digital hubs, such as insufficient funding, regulatory hurdles, and a lack of skilled personnel available to work on that digital platforms. The empirical data collected through surveys and interviews with key stakeholders provide valuable insight into the operational realities of digital hubs in Kazakhstan. The practical significance of the study lies in its direct applicability of Kazakhstan Digital Development Initiative. The thesis not only diagnoses issues but also substantiates the recommendation for developing the mechanism and direction needed to establish and grow digital hubs in the country. The key recommendation provided by this thesis, such as implementing the D-BEST evolution model, strengthening institutional support, creating a national hub portal, and building regional strategies, provide a roadmap for policymakers, the practitioners, and by following these recommendations, the government agencies, Ministry of Digital Development, and hub management teams can improve decision-making and address the gap identified, such as regional disparities and skills shortages. The most important feature of the proposed mechanism and evaluation methodology have concrete utility. For example, the 5-point scale criteria for hub performance can be used by hub administrator to self-assess and improve their operations, and by officials to allocate resources or support where they are needed. The innovation, investment, and institutional mechanism recommended can guide the drafting of new policies or programs, such as funding schemes or innovation contents for hubs. Additionally, this thesis results have educational and capacity building value. The content and findings can be used in university courses related to innovation management, digital economy, technology transfer, and strategic management. to train the next generation of professionals in Kazakhstan with relevant knowledge about digital hub and innovation ecosystem. In practice, if Kazakhstan proceed to establish new digital hubs or improve existing one, this research provide a blueprint for action. For instance, when setting up a hub in a new region, stakeholders can apply the integral index approach readiness, use the proposed criteria to design hub's management structure, and follow the recommendations to ensure the hub is integrated into a national network via proposed portal. Can also extend to ongoing very much sorry about it. So therefore, such success story also exists in the European Union as well as in Germany, where these digital hub have contributed a lot in the development of the countries as well as added value to the overall development of the next generations of the country, and they are able to compete the world. So thank you very much. That's all from my side. And I believe I completed on time. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Professor.
Welcome.
Are there any questions? Comments? Oh. Hmm. Let's move to on to answering the questions. Said Galia, are you ready?
Yes.
Please.
The first question of Svetlana Ratner: how do you measure digital literacy? The digital literacy was taken from the secondary data from the Bureau of National Statistics, and it is in dissertation showed in applications. Second questions, regression slide 20, statistical significance and regression. According to this correlation and regression, the descriptive statistics and correlation matrix are presented on pages 47 and 48. And overall, the significance of regression showed 0.00014. So meaning that the results are statistically significant. And third question, evaluate each digital hub, each criteria from 1 to 5. Yes, this was conducted with the expert, with the director of Cipro Hub. He assessed the performance of his hub's digital maturity of the work of his hub. So we conducted some interviews together, also to get some information of the management, like the organizational structure, and he there confirmed that strategic planning, infrastructure showed highest performance, 4 out of 5, but human potential showed 1%. And he also mentioned that the shortage of IT web architects and web designers for working in the hub.
So continue.
Yeah. The next questions from Dinara Tajana. The first question, the best model. You propose the best model. How this model developed? How can it improve in our country? So the DBEST model was chosen among other models. You can see it on the dissertation, and there were chosen following models like capability maturity models, which assess the performance of hub by strategy, documentation, and the digital maturity also. the assessment of digital maturity. They assess the performance of the hub by the outputs. European Digital Innovation Hubs model. We couldn't apply this model to Kazakhstan because we don't have such an appropriate information about financial reports and open reports of these hubs. So the European Digital Innovation Hubs mostly analyze the service of portfolio, the outcomes of the hub which they conduct, the business model of the hub, and others. So as we couldn't apply to directors and only SuperHub the interview with SuperHub was conducted, that is why we didn't apply this model. And the last model, Global Smart Industry Model, this also is concentrated on strategies and other assessing models. So that is why the DBEST model was chosen, because of this 5 criteria: data, business, ecosystem, skills, and technology. So from this DBEST model, we applied it to Kazakhstani hubs. That is why we made these criteria like strategic planning, human potential. So we applied the DBEST model in criteria and scale for assessment of digital maturity of hubs. Second question, ICT and SME showed correlation. How do you research ICT and SME? The second question, we conducted correlation and regression analysis, according to which the SME showed one of the highest correlation between ICT, which confirms that SMEs are the backbones of the hubs, like main actors of the hubs. Third question, what specific contribution make universities and research and development in digital hubs? So here we can mention organizing forums, seminars between the local organizations, companies, and the universities and research and development to apply skills which are needed in companies to the human potential in companies, to the education curriculum, or to the make reforms in education system, to, for example, apply digital technologies to seminars, for lectures, for students to have an idea and further to work with them. And also to foster technoparks and innovations, working with research and development, applying students from universities to, for example, give a solution to a certain company. The next question from Dalia Akhmetovna, definition of innovation management of digital hub. So mostly, according to a structural analysis, most definitions identify digital hubs as one-stop shops and coordination platforms, but the author identifies it, integrates triple helix model as a basic framework of the structure of the hub, and the author emphasizes the functional outcome of the hub as an innovative product or service as a component of innovation management. Because digital hubs, they produce digital solutions to organizations. The next question, performance. What is the digital maturity? The digital maturity is mostly about performance and output of the hub, the results of the hub working. And the digital readiness, it's about the capacity, the digital, for example, using technologies and others. But the digital maturity is about the actual results and output and performance. The third question, why Almaty and Astana showed the highest scores? So coming to this question, we can say that when applying interval index mode method, 7 indicators were taken, technological and socioeconomic factors. So here the labor productivity data, the data from economic performance by activities of population, the share of internet users, as the Almaty and Astana are big cities, and mostly specialists or students move to the big cities. That is why we can say that the human potential also moves to big cities, and that is why the main indicators are high for these regions than in other regions. The next question. Table 15, mechanisms. How they differ from the digital politics, existing digital politics. Mostly the Digital Kazakhstan program was initiated. The Information Kazakhstan programs also were initiated, and there's a focus more on technologies. For example, Huawei in Digital Bridge 2024, 2025, they emphasize the role of technologies of artificial intelligence, robotics, and mostly they focus on development of these technologies. And for example, the cloud, they divided hubs for 4 types. And here the mechanisms were not proposed yet in the context of digital hubs. So that is why these mechanisms were proposed for formation new digital hubs to improve the situation of digital hub formation. The next question of Rima Kalunbekovna. How the DBEST model identified from other models. So what are the 5 criteria of DBEST model? The 5 main managerial criteria of the DBEST model are data, business, ecosystem, skills, and technology. So according to these 5 criteria, we conducted, analyzed the criteria and scale of digital hub assessment of digital maturity of digital hub. So we applied this model to the context of Kazakhstan digital hubs. And second question, what specific factors of correlation, what specific factors of correlation?
Explain the weak correlation between IST and
the weak correlation. According to the correlation and regression analysis, the weak correlation was identified between ICT and research and development in universities. So this means that the triple helix model in Kazakhstan is not fully achieved, and we should more focus on the linkage of universities and research development organizations into the structure of the hub. And mostly the ICT costs focus mainly by the government to the infrastructure, like buying hardware, software, and many others, to the material and equipment. But mostly they don't pay attention to research and development, commercialization, like the, for example, for patents, intellectual property. So they mostly care about equipment and material hardware, but don't pay attention to research and development organization. The next question of Ayjan Vladimirovna, why Astana Hub is the strongest, like I said, in digital transformation among the regions, because mostly Astana Hub applies Astana Hub applies through the interaction of private capital, and mostly there are many residents in Astana Hub, 140, approximately 100 and 1,400 residents of Astana Hub. So they are all participants of the Astana Hub, and they can get from each company the platform or the service, for example, the trainings they needed they may take from exchange with each other. And the question of Bulat Mildaevich, are there any other definitions of digital hub? Why you need to give your definition? So according to a structural analysis, there are many definitions of digital hubs, and mostly the definitions come from European countries. Mostly the scientists from European countries study the digital hubs. And here we can see that mostly they're identified as one-stop shops or in coordination platforms, but they do not highlight the innovation management dimension and regional development dimension. So the author's scientific novelty is that the author emphasizes the output of the hub as an innovative product or service, and also emphasizes that the digital hub's main orientation is to answer to the regional issues and regional challenges. The next question, second question, regression coefficients not shown on the slide. Is regression significant or not? The level of significance. So according to this, the significance showed significance F showed 0.0014, meaning that the results are statistically significant. And the correlation and regression analysis is presented on the thesis on pages 47 and 48. So the results are statistically significant, but the X4, which is the number of research and development organizations, and X5, the level of innovation activity, they have a negative effect. That is why their results are not statistically significant comparing with other X1, X2, and X3.
X1. Compared with X1, X1 is not significant in your table.
According to the correlation matrix, they showed, according to the correlation matrix, X1 showed 0.87 on page 47.
I see on the regression.
So here, according to ANOVA test, the significance showed that the results are significant.
Table 12.
Table 12.
Yes.
Yes. So here given the T statistics and p-value, and according to p-value it shows 0.4, X4 shows 0.4, and mostly they have X2 significantly and positively affects the ICD cost, which is Y.
Here, X4 is significant. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, X4 has
X4 is significant, but in correlation, it is not significant. Yes.
Yes.
It should be. There is some problem which should be considered more precisely.
Thank you.
Okay. So yes. Are there any more questions? Are you satisfied with answers? So.
No question. Thank you.
Okay. The floor is given to the first official reviewer, PhD, Assistant Professor of Business School, Kazakh Technical University, Korakhmetova Asil Koshilbayevna. Asil Koshilbayevna, please do not read all. Please read the main positions and briefly. Please. Ask you.
Okay, thank you. Dear dissertation council members, dear applicant, let me present the review for the dissertation work of Sidhan Galia Gazizkaza on the theme Features and Mechanisms of Managing the Formation of Digital Hubs in Kazakhstan, submitted for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the educational program 8D04105 Innovation Management. As you know, the full version of this review is published on the website of Dissertation Council. That's why I try to present the brief version. So this review consists of 13 criteria. The first one, the topic of the thesis corresponds to the directions of development of science and state programs. So the thesis was completed within the framework of several projects funded by Ministry of Higher Education and Science, and also the dissertation is aligned with the concept of digital transformation for 2023-2029, the state program of Digital Kazakhstan. The second criteria, importance for science. The work makes a significant contribution to science and its importance is well. Next, the principle of independence by the doctoral candidate is assessed as high. The fourth criteria, the principle of inner unity. Justification of the relevance of the thesis, it is justified and grounded. Okay, so the next point, the purpose and objectives corresponds to the topic. All sections and provisions of the thesis are logically interconnected. The new solutions proposed by the author are reasoned. So criteria number 5, scientific novel principle. The scientific results and provisions are partially new. The dissertation findings are partially new. Yeah. Technical, technological, economic, or management decisions are new, partially new. So criteria number 6, the validity of the main findings. All main conclusions are based on scientifically significant evidence and well-grounded and well-justified. Criteria number 7, the main provisions for the defense. Proposition number 1. So it is partially proven. It is not trivial. It is new. The scope of application is broad. It is supported in a publication. Proposition number 2, it is proven to. It is not trivial. It is new. The scope of application is broad. It is supported in a publication. Proposition number 3, it is new. It is the scope is broad. It is supported in a publication. And the last proposition, proposition number 5, it is also proven, not trivial. It is new. Scope of application is moderate, and it is supported in a publication. Criteria number 8, the principle of reliability. The choice of methodology, it is justified. The results of the thesis were obtained using modern methods, because this dissertation is conducted using modern methods of quantitative and digital analysis by using SMART PLS4, DBEST model, and others. The theoretical conclusions, models are well justified. Important statements are confirmed. Used literature sources are sufficient. Criteria number 9, practical value principle. The thesis has theoretical value. The thesis is of a practical importance. Practical suggestions are partially new. The criteria number 10, the quality of writing and design is high. Criteria number 11, notes on a thesis. And let me briefly explain my notes and my comments. So when discussing the triple helix model in the theoretical section of the dissertation, it may also be helpful to briefly acknowledge extended version as the quadruple helix, which would further contextualize the theoretical framework. And the next one, the statistical reliability of the survey results and analysis hasn't been sufficiently verified. The next one, the empirical base of digital hubs is relatively limited, relying on outdated data spanning the past 3-4 years. A more extensive and up-to-date data set would enhance the robustness and relevance of the findings. So these remarks are clarificatory in nature and don't detract from the scientific or practical value of the dissertation. Overall, they have no impact on the positive assessment of the study. The next criteria number 12, scientific level of the doctoral students' articles. on the topic of research. The doctoral candidate has published a number of scholarly articles and which reflect the key components of the dissertation research. And the last criteria, decision of the official reviewer. So this dissertation, written by Galia Gaziskasa Seed Khan, titled Features and Mechanisms of Managing the Formation of Digital Hubs in Kazakhstan, meets the requirements set out in Chapter 2 of the Rules for the Awarding of Degrees for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. So the work is characterized by its strong theoretical foundation, relevance of the topic, sound methodology, and practical significance of the results obtained. Based on the review of the dissertation and the author's publications related to the research topic, I consider that the author fully merits the awarding of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the educational program AD 04105 Innovation Management. I recommend that Galia Gaziskasa Seed Khan be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you, Asya. The floor is given to the second official reviewer, PhD Associate Professor of the Sagadio University of International Business, Maldinova Alexandra Vladimirovna.
Thank you. I have already submitted my determined review. That's why now it will be briefly presented point of my assessment. First of all, the dissertation of Galia Gaziskasa Seed Khan is addresses a topic of high relevance and strategic importance. It aligns closely with national priorities in digital transformation and innovation development. The authors demonstrate a solid understanding of global digitalization trends and successfully adapt them to Kazakhstan's specific context. Among the key scientific contributions, I would highlight three things. First of all, the refined conceptual definition of the digital hub within the innovation ecosystem. Second, the development of an original methodology for evaluating hub development. And third is the identification of regional digital inequality as a systematic challenge. As a particularly valuable outcome is a proposed D-based management model, which offers practical mechanisms to support public policy and improve the effectiveness of innovation infrastructure. The results are supported by modern analytical tools and reliable empirical data, confirming both the scientific validity and practical significance of research. My remarks are minor and mostly intended to suggest direction for the future elaboration of this already strong and meaningful work. Overall, I consider the dissertation to be a completed and independent scientific study of high academic quality. That's why I fully support the award of the PhD degree for the authors. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra Vladimirovna. So the applicant, we ask you to respond to the reviewer's comments.
Thank you for the reviewers' comments. Thank you for working my job, paying attention to details. This is an honor for me to be read by these reviewers. Thank you very much. And for further studies, I will take into account your remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. So the formal discussion is over. The official reviewers have given positive feedback on the candidate's dissertation. Let's move to this discussion. Does anyone else wish to speak? Please. Maybe our online participants, members.
Yeah, may I say something? Yeah. I would like to support the applicant, yeah, because as we hear and as we see today, she participated in several projects, and as I know, her thesis was written on the framework of 3 scientific projects. So I think it is a really good result, and it shows that she is a really experienced researcher, yeah, in real practice. And moreover, she used the combined mixed methods of different methodologies, comprehensive or complex methodology. I made some notes. She used a smart PLS4 program, D-based model, correlation regression analysis, and other tools. And it also shows that she is a really experienced researcher. And the one thing that I would like to say that this topic is really relevant, comprehensive, and there is a lack of available data about digital hubs in Kazakhstan. Despite of this, she made a comprehensive analysis, and it is also good, yeah. So moreover, she looks confident when she answered for the questions of dissertation committee members, and it also shows that she's well in her topic and she knows her topic very well. And so I just would like to support the young researcher. Thank you.
Thank you. So, who else? Wish to say?
So can I comment? Yes, of this work. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I read before this thesis of Galia Gaziskaya, and I thought that the research is have a good relevant current stage of Kazakhstan's digital transformation, because this digital transformation or artificial intelligence, we know that it's actually a research area, yeah, for our country. And this dissertation provides theoretical practical contributions, and it defines that a new D-best model for evaluating digital maturity. And in this, we hope that the D-best model develops management mechanisms of innovation management sphere, yeah, structural, technological, institutional, and etc. Yeah, so that can enhance regional digital development. Doctoral student findings supported through analytical work. I read about assessment regional digital potential. It's actually nowadays, and the correlation analyze between investments, innovations, and etc. So I think we can support this younger research. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Who else want to speak?
Yes, I will.
Please, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity. It's indeed a great work done by this young researcher, but I will have a recommendation that she should not stop here. She should make it a policy and submit it to the ministry as well as to the Kazakhstan government. I also requested her earlier that she should also make a table for financial contribution of these digital hub in other countries. So how it will develop the financial side of Kazakhstan. Beside all the natural resources you have regarding oil and gas, this is the new technology that you can adopt. You can bring your whole nation among the developing nation of this world, where your youth will compete in this world with the graduate in United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, anywhere. So that's now a new responsibility on the shoulder of this young researcher, that she should bring awareness at the government side, at the government level, as well as at the students level, that they should come toward this side and make Kazakhstan one of a proud digital nation of this new world. So I wish her all the best, and looking forward that she will not stop here. We are always available to support her, and she should proceed to bring awareness among the masses, as well as make sure that the government should allocate budget for establishment of these digital hubs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Muazzam Ali Khan Khattak.
Thank you. Welcome. Yes, yes.
So is it enough, or somebody else want to speak?
If I can add some words, I would like to.
Yes.
Well, I would like to say that I agree with my colleague who spoke before. about the good contribution of this dissertation to the theory and practice of digital development. And from my point of view, I think this dissertation has at least two interesting distinguished features. The first one is that, well, regression model is very common tool to explore the relationship between phenomena, but I would like to attract your attention to the thing that in this study, this model was built firstly on the theory, on the grand theory, and it helps us to understand how the variables were chosen and how these relationships were confirmed or not. And I think the second strength that I would like to mention is, from my point of view, it's a very important result that our PhD students have mentioned, that there is a gap between the motivation of young people who want to work in IT sphere and the skills. So it's interesting result, and I think that gives a lot of information for policymakers. So I think this study is very interesting and very promising, and we can support this study and this scientist. Thank you.
Thank you, Svetlana Valerievna. Who else want to speak? There is nobody. Yes, I think it is enough. Yes, it's enough.
Yes,
Then-
for today it's enough.
Yes. Then we must give the floor to the applicant himself for the final word. The final, not final, conclusion, but for conclusion, but.
Dear committee members of the Station Council, thank you very much for your remarks. And I hope in future I will take into account these remarks and will work on them. Thank you very much for your time spending reading my thesis. Thank you for your questions, for your valuable remarks, and I hope in future I will work on it. Thank you for my supervisor also, my two supervisors. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have completed the discussion with the dissertation work of Seitkan Galia. We are moving to on the next stage of the council meeting, secret voting. So to conduct a secret vote, the floor is given to the scientific secretary of the dissertation council, Kalieva Asim. Please.
Thank you, dear Chairman, dear permanent and temporary members of dissertation council and reviewers. I have sent you links to the group by mail. Please follow the link and start voting.
The official reviewers also participate. Kasim, are you ready?
Just a moment. We have the 8 votes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, just a moment.
The floor is given to the Scientific Secretary of the Dissertation Council, Khalil Wasim, to announce the results of the secret vote.
Thank you. Chairman, just a moment. We have the second vote. Yes. Yeah. So, 9 members took part in the voting. The voting results are as follow. Award a Doctor of Philosophy, we have the 8 votes, and submit dissertation for revision, 1 vote. 8, 1. Oh.
Yeah. Не смотришь.
Продолжайте.
Okay.
By the majority vote.
And now, dear members, I ask you to vote to approve the results of the secret voting.
No, by majority vote of.
Yes.
No.
Teach that.
By majority vote, 8 votes of the dissertation council, the decision was made award the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Okay,
Yes.
now the vote to approve the results of the secret voting, please. О,
8 за.
а?
8 за.
8 за, да, но голосуют.
Мы сейчас голосуем утвердить.
Dear members,
To approve
Степанова
the-
Владимировна. Иван Кожанов.
Нет, я подняла руку. Вот.
А, все.
Okay. Okay, so yes, 9. So anonymously. Thus, the voting results have been approved. Based on the results of the secret vote, the dissertation council at the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University in the field of study AD041 Business and Management decided to award the degree of Doctor of Philosophy PhD to Sirkan Aliya in the specialty AD04105 Innovation in Management. Sirkan Aliya, on behalf of the Dissertation Council, I congratulate you on the successful defense of your dissertation and wish you further creative success. The floor, success. The floor is given to the dissertation candidate. So you may
Thank you very much. This was not just the work of mine. This was work of my supervisors, of the dissertation committee, of our secretary. Thank you very much, of our reviewers, for your time, for your consistency, for your questions, for your valuable remarks for me, so I can take it into account for further research. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. I wish you health and achieving all your goals in life. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I want to say thank you to our temporary members of the Dissertation Council, Ratner Svetlana Valerievna, Muhyaeva Dinara, Omarova Aynur Yakovna. Also to scientific supervisors, Bekturganova Makpalsa Tikulovna, Muazzam Ali Khan Khattak, and official reviews, Kожахметова Асель Кошербаевна, Maldinova Ayjana Vladimirovna, and our permanent members of the Dissertation Council, Sagieva Rima Kalimbekovna, Davrieva Galia Rahmetovna, and Kalieva Asem Yerbekovna. She is scientific secretary. And now you have deal with Asem Yerbekovna. So at this point, the meeting of the Dissertation Council for the defense of the doctoral dissertation of Svetlana Galia is declared closed. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much. And congratulations to supervisor and the student. And thank you very much for the considering me as a supervisor.